and today I wanted to share with you what I made for Christmas this year. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little how I got started making things for Christmas. It actually wasn't that long ago. 2 years ago, my daughter was turning 6, or she was 6, it was her Christmas time, and she wanted a Barbie. But when I went to the store and looked at Barbies and their clothing, I just wasn't really fond of the way they make Barbie clothing nowadays. So I stopped and thought to myself, I know how to crochet. I bet there's a pattern for a Barbie doll dress. So I set out making Barbie doll dresses. And I made like 13 or 15, I'm not exactly sure. It's been a couple of years of these like ball gown, poofy little Barbie dresses so she could dress them up like princesses. And then about a week before Christmas, I realized I had, my youngest son was a baby then, or really tiny. It didn't really matter to him, but my oldest son might be a little sad I didn't make him anything. So I found a pattern for what I thought was a teeny tiny little Pikachu, because he loves Pokemon. I was a little teeny tiny Pikachu. Well, when I crocheted him, he was actually this big. And it was not the best pattern, and Pikachu came out. It was the first time I ever did Amiguru, and he came out a little wonky, but he holds a special spot in my heart because he was my first ever. So then last year came, and early in August, I remember my husband was out scraping the pool, and I came out and I said, honey, I've got to figure out what to make the children for Christmas. And he was like, it's August, Holly. I'm like, crochet takes forever. So I decided last year I was going to make my daughter a doll, and as you guys know, that's what started me on the path of making my dolls, is I made her first one for Christmas last year. And my oldest son, I decided to make him the original starters for Pokemon Season 1, a Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. Sorry, there's so many Pokemon to remember. And then my little bit, I knew he would love a Mickey. He was obsessed with Mickey Mouse. So I found the cutest pattern of a black and white Mickey Mouse, like old school Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. But the pattern turned out being horrible, so he didn't turn out all that great, but my son still loved him. So that, fast forward to this year and what I made. Well, this year I got a little behind, and I knew what I was going to make the children for a long time. I actually didn't make any of it until about a week ago, and as we know, today's Christmas Eve. I had like a week to finish the Christmas presents, but I got them finished and I'm super excited. I'm so tired, and I'm gonna take a couple days off for crocheting, but super excited I finished them. So now, after you've listened to me ramble on for what seems like forever, I'm gonna share with you this year, well, last year also, so funny, rewind, sorry. Last year, funny enough, it was a week before Christmas. I was just finishing up my presents. I also made my mother a beautiful granny square Afghan that was just gorgeous. And it was a week before Christmas, and I said, you know what, honey? I'm going to crochet us stockings. So I made these stockings here, and they're in our family's favorite color. So my husband, he kind of just likes black. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. I picked rainbow for me because I love all of the colors. My oldest loves green. My little girl, she's a pink. And oh, I knocked over my sign. And my little boy, he loves blue. Anything in blue, he always wants the blue. So I made those a week before Christmas, and I was super excited about that. So now back to what I made this year. This year, my parents are going to come spend Christmas morning with us. So, I mean, I was going to make her something for Christmas anyways, but I wanted to make sure it was special. And she's been asking me to make her a doll, oh gosh, since I started making them, but I was just so busy with all the ones I had to make and all the orders I had and all this stuff, so I never got around to it. And I kind of fibbed just a little and told her I would make sure to get hers done right after Christmas because I didn't want to ruin the surprise of Christmas. But here she is, and this one was my favorite because this was the first time I used sachet yarn in a dress for a doll, and I think it turned out amazing. I'm calling this one Anastasia. My mother's name is Sandra, and normally I would name it after her, but my mother's favorite name in the entire world is Anastasia. So this is going to be Anastasia. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but she actually has multicolored blonde hair in here to give her like highlights and stuff. I remember as a child back in the 80s, my mom would come home from the hair salon and she'd have beautiful blonde hair with highlights, and it would be all curly. So this very much reminds me of my mother when I was a child, and she loves maroon. It is her favorite color, or this is more of a burgundy maroon, whatever. This is her favorite color. and I found this yarn, and I think this dress turned out adorable. Don't you just love it? So cute. So, sorry, that's the doll stand she's on to keep her standing up. So pretty. And then I'm going to start with my youngest. So on top of loving Mickey Mouse, he has, because of his love of the color blue, decided he loves Cookie Monster. So I looked for a pattern I thought was cute, and I'm not sure I did it justice, but I made him this little Amiguru Cookie Monster. I think my eyes are off a bit. I did change the pattern a little. They had you crochet a cookie and sew it right to the hand, but I knew my son, he's going to want to take it off, so I actually attached a snap so he could take it on and off. And see, now I can't get it back on. This is so silly. There we go. So you can take it on and off. So I think he turned out pretty cute. He could definitely be done a little better, but again, I waited far too long to get started on it, so it's going to have to work. I'm going to put Cookie over here. And then my daughter, I'm kind of going youngest to oldest here on my kids. I had set out to make a baby version of my dolls, but what ended up turning into is more of what I like to call a little sister. My daughter loves redheads, and I had some leftover curly red hair from a doll I made for somebody, and it fit perfect on this little, this was the first time I ever made this. I made this pattern up as I did it. It has the movable arms and legs, just like the big dolls. And obviously I loved the sachet yarn so much, I went ahead and gave it a little poofy sachet dress. I think it's so adorable. There's a little bit of twerking I can do to this pattern, but I think you might see some little sisters. I mean, let's move Cookie for a second. Where's this little piece of green yarn coming from? There's yarn bits in my house everywhere. But if you put them next to each other, doesn't it look like a little sister? It's so cute. I'm going to sit her down, and I'll put Cookie back beside her. She's so cute. I always just pick at him. And then my son, again, loves Pokemon, and this year I wanted to make him my favorite Pokemon. I'm not a huge Pokemon person, but I do try to take an interest in what my children like, so that way I can have conversation with them and not be like, what's a Pikachu? I don't know. So I tried to learn as many, and I have, I don't know what you would call it, but I have a really weird memory where useless stuff like names of 700 Pokemon stick in my brain. So I know pretty much all of them. And my favorite is, let me grab him. My favorite is a little Snorlax. Isn't he just cute? He's my favorite because he's modeled after kind of a cat, a large eating, sleeping cat. And come on, isn't that the dream, everybody? We just eat all day and nap and be an adorable kitty cat. Okay, maybe that's my dream, but anyways. So I made this, and I actually got this pattern from a lady here on YouTube. I will put her YouTube channel down in the not in the comments, but in the information box. I will also put the link to the Cookie Monster pattern I bought on Etsy. Put that down in that box too. This guy could be made so he's sitting up or laying down. Obviously, I wanted a sitting up guy. I think he's so adorable. But like I said, I didn't make as much as I wanted to. I had other people I wanted to make stuff for, but because of my severe procrastination, I only had a week. So this is what I came up with in a week. I'm pretty sure they're gonna love it, and I'm pretty excited for them to see it. So I would love to know what you guys made for Christmas this year, and that leads me to an announcement I have. I have started a Facebook group just for the Proper Pineapple, people, so that you guys can come on and you can share with me all of your projects and the things you made with either the patterns I'm demonstrating, or just like in this case, I would love for you to go onto the group page and post pictures of what you made for Christmas. I would just love to see that. I love seeing what people, how creative they are and the things they made. So I will definitely leave the name of that down in the description box. It is the Proper Pineapple Crochet Group on Facebook. And just go ahead and join, and then post pictures of what you guys made for Christmas. I'd love to see it. There will be another giveaway coming up in January, so stay tuned for that information. It should be out just in a couple of days. I'm pretty excited about that. I hope you guys like what we're going to be giving away this time. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share us with your friends, and comment down below if this was helpful. Bye guys. See you later.